Good morning, students. Today I am going to teach a very important topic on the novel The Guide. The interesting character, as you know, in the novel is Rosie, the heroine of the novel, the chief central figure in female characters. Rosie is a very interesting character with whom Raju plays his better life. First of all, I would like to introduce you Rosie as the central character. In Rasipuram Krishna Swami Narayan's The Guide, Rosie is a multifaceted a personality as Raj. This is only to be expected from a character who moves from being a Devdasi to an MA in economics, to a housewife, to a woman who is rejected by her husband for infidelity, but nevertheless becomes a successful professional dancer and yet comes to regret her failed marriage. So Rosie has been introduced as a charming girl who is married to Marco, and she leaves him because of Raju's presence and for her progress. She was Devdasi and she developed as a central character, successful professional dancer. At first glance, it is difficult to understand Rosie's contradictory motives. She seems to be at the same time conservative and self-assertive. She is childlike in following her desires without giving thought to consequences, and a woman of the world in the way she manages her career after a break with Raju. She can be naive and willful, and she may well be criticized for being responsible in her personal relationships. Yet she is not only utterly sincere and totally committed to her, but also has considerable knowledge of its classical traditions. She challenges the orthodox Hindu conception of what a woman should be, and there is a part of her nature that is intentionally orthodox. Roji, like Raju, reveals the complexity of the human nature. The non-traditional name is a marker of Roji's social hybridity, which is emphasized in the guide. Roji belongs to a caste and a class outside the pale of organized patriarchal Hindu society. Rosie hails from a family of Devdasis and is under no illusion as to how they are regarded. We are viewed as public women. We are not considered respectable. We are not considered civilized. To signify Rosie's difference and her position outside the boundary of normal society, she is associated in the novel with nature in its most primal and unfettered manifestations. She is completely at ease during the night vigil at the peak house in the dense jungle high up on Mompi Hills where panthers, bears, and elephants prowl at night. But the most crucial comparison from the nature for understanding her character is the identification of Rosie with the snake, the cobra. When she becomes famous dancer, Rosie's greatest performance, her masterpiece is the snake dance. Again, Raju's mother abuses Rosie as a serpent girl, implying that Rosie is like a snake in having a venomous and destructive nature. The symbolism of the snake has far deeper reverberations in the novel. Rosie's spiritual transformation through dance is significant in the changing of her name from Rosie. So Raju is attracted towards Rosie because of her dance skill. Changing of her name from Rosie to Nalini. Nalini is the name of Rosie. Raju actually compares this change to a kind of rebirth or reincarnation. The westernized name Rosie had marked out her state of social exclusion. But Nalini, lotus, the seat of goddess Lakshmi, Brahma too, the four-faced god and creator of the universe, rests on a bed of lotus petals in a state of contemplation. Through the change of nature, Rosie symbolically seeks on an entry into the orthodox society that rejects her, but it is also points to her creativity which is expressed through her dance. Indeed, the metaphor of the dance defines Rosie's fate in the same way that the metaphor of the guide defines Raju's. It is her deep love for dance that brings trouble into her life. She gets frustrated with Marco because he forbids her to dance and gets seduced by Raju because he appreciates her dancing. But Rosie's attitude to dance is completely different from Raju. For Raju, dance is a cultural commodity which can be exploited for money and fame. For Rosie, dance is a vocation. This soon leads to conflict, and this rift in their values eventually leads to their separation. Raju and Rosie become separated because of the difference in their thinking that Raju thought dance as a business for his own life, and Rosie found it as a vocation for her ambition. Rosie's identity as a temple dancer and as the exponent of Bharatanatyam, the centuries-old temple dance of southern India dedicated to Shiva Nataraja, also helps to explain in the apparent contradictions in her character with puzzle Raju so much. For a woman who jeopardizes her marriage for a casual acquaintance, Rosie seems to have extremely old-fashioned notions about the relationship between husband and the wife and about the role of women in society. Even as a successful professional dancer, she seems to be almost ashamed of being spirited and talented and a woman of wealth and social outstanding in her own right. These contradictions appear to stem partly from her ingrained traditional values, which she imbibed from the sacred environs of the temple and partly from the sense of being a social outcast, which was the actual lot of the temple dancer. Rosie's desire to serve food to her husband and Raju at the peak house during their happier days and be the last to eat like a good housewife can easily be understood as her delight in having a regular home life. A common enough experience for most women, but one which is usually denied to the Devdasis. Her gratitude to Marco for having married her and her abiding sense of guilt at having betrayed his trust can be traced to the same reason. Again, she also shows her sense of duty towards Raju by financially helping him to fight the criminal case. But she would rather, if she could go back to Marco, who, however, will not have her again. As a votary of Nataraja, it is the traditional Hindu worldview that defines her origin. It is this deep-seated sense of identity that, with, his, with her own culture, that accounts for Rosie's veneration for the institution of marriage, as well as for the traditional roles of husband and wife. This Rosie is caught in a contradiction between the dedication to dance and its pattern code on the one hand, and the culture, norm, and values that are predicted by her vocation on the other. Paradoxically, it is this the same almost religious dedication to dance that turns out to be the core of her inner strength. Marco had attempted to make Rosie feel ashamed of dance because he associated it with the cults of the Devdasis. Raju, on the contrary, wanted her to be proud of her career as a dancer, but only because it brought him money and fame. Both of them misunderstood the way Rosie felt about dance. For her, it was a form of self expression and a way to show her devotion to her God. Rosie is one of the main characters of the novel, The Guide by R.K. Narayan. He portrays the character Rosie as a typical Indian woman who loves her husband despite his apathetic attitude towards her and also being grateful to him for marrying a woman who belongs to a family of dancers dedicated to temples. She is also appreciative of the fact that he gave her freedom and financial security. The name Rosie suggests that she is modern, but on the contrary, she is just the orthodox dancer who wears sarees of bright hues and braids her hair with the flowers. Rosie is a passionate classical dancer who is not only committed to her art but also has significant knowledge of the Indian classical dance. She is highly educated and holds a master's degree in economics. Rosie is also portrayed as a faithful wife who loves her husband and is ready to win him back by assuring him that she would give up her passion for dance when she confesses to Marco about her relationship with Raj. There is a total dissimilarity of interest between husband and wife, but she never allows them to hinder their relationship. Rosie also shows deep commitment to a relationship with Raju and tries to support him during the difficult times. She also has tremendous tolerance power and optimism which ultimately enables her to achieve her dreams. There are keywords some art, passion, commitment, relationship, classical dance. Rosie is one of the finest characters created by Arkinard in the novel The Guide. She is an embodiment of beauty, grace, modesty, and above all, a good human being. She is portrayed as an orthodox Indian woman clad in sarees, traditional yet with a touch of modernity. She is a talented classical dancer who belongs to the Devdasis family. Dedicated to the temples as dancer, she also has another identity as an educated woman with a master's degree in economics, which is quite commendable. Rosie is also presented as a simple woman, a girl next to door who is lively, cheerful, loves that company of people. Simple things like eating in a crowded place, watching a movie give her immense pleasure, and she cherishes these trivial things. Rosie marries Marco, who is an archaeologist by profession and is completely dedicated to his work. He is portrayed as a typical husband who is completely apathetic, unemotional, and unaffectionate towards his wife. He also seems to be more interested in the sculptures on the walls and stones in caves than his wife, who is more realistic and an embodiment of the art of dance. But Rosie, on the other hand, is a loving and devoted wife who ensures that her husband is given enough care, support, and love. She takes pride in doing little things for her husband, like serving food and taking care of his needs. She also appreciates the fact that he gives her freedom, financial security, and also social status, and constantly expresses her gratitude to Marco for marrying her despite knowing her background. Marco never accepts Rosie's talent as a dancer and completely ignores her keen desire to continue her career in dance and insults her terribly by commenting an acrobat on a trapeze goes on doing the same thing all his life. Well, your dance is like that. You repeat your tricks all your life. He calls Rosie's dancing skills as street acrobatics and compares it to a monkey performance. She knows well that Marco completely disapproves of her passion for dance, but she still remains unperturbed and displays tremendous attitude of subservience. Her emotional attachment and sense of duty towards Marco is clearly depicted when she carries her husband's book so dearly and sticks a picture of his on the mirror. Rosie's tremendous tolerance, power, and optimistic attitude is appreciable when her husband becomes to know of his wife's affair with Raju. When she describes that he became very upset and didn't talk to her and completely ignored her presence. I followed him day after day like a dog waiting on his grace. She follows him up and down the peak house to the caves continuously for 30 days, but all her efforts fail to win him back when he doesn't forgive her. The final blow comes when, at the time of departure for Madras at the Malgudi railway station, Marco leaves her saying that he has only one ticket for himself. Rosie is also tolerant with Raju's mother and loves to help her with the daily course, though she doesn't take to her kindly in the beginning. She suffers all the insults but never complains and tries to take things in her stride. Rosie is totally dedicated to her art and ensures that she does it through research by reading ancient works such as Bharat Muni's Natyashastra and even employs a Pandit to interpret the old Sanskrit verses. She also looks for ideas in the Ramayana and the Mahabharata, which shows her keen observation and thirst to turn the nuisance of art. She is modest and her commitment to the Indian classical dance is impeccable. Rosie also firmly believes that the art of dance not only paves way to achieve spiritual sanctity but also helps in gaining an identity. Even after reaching peak of success, Rosie remains modest because of her profound love for dance. Rosie is aware of Raju's crafty nature but is committed to her relationship and offers support when she comes to know of his forgery. Though Rosie is disillusioned with Raju because of his predatory acts, she is determined to pull Raju out of his predicament by trying all the means and even manages to perform without help and earn more money to pay the lawyer's fees. She is also grateful to Raju for providing a platform to showcase her talent and giving her the required break to reach the skies. Rosie's character undergoes a slow but steady transformation from a traditional Indian woman to an assertive individual who tries to carve a niche for herself. Though Rosie is shadowed by two important people in her life, she moves from strength to strength with her sheer commitment and self confidence to prove that her unrelenting passion has enabled her to pursue her dreams. So we have seen that how Rosie feels challenges, faces, and remains in conflict with the relationship with Marco and Raju as well. Now we come to conclusion. Though she feels grateful to Marco for marrying her in spite of her low caste status, his ban on her dancing had begun to suffocate her. She is attracted to Raju only because she believes that he appreciates dance, and she leaves him when she discovers that this is not so. In our final estimate, caught between the present pressures of the old and the lure of the new, Rosie does only to face hostility and end up in failure. Rosie is like a tide that rises at the climax and then recedes to the center. So thank you the students. You have been given the full information of Rosie character. Thank you.